So here we are over at the lot today. It is Friday, December 19th. Sorry if the wind's picking up. I didn't hear the wind on the last one, so hopefully the wind's not picking up, but yeah. I decided I'd start in the back. You can see they're burning some of the trash and stuff over there. But yeah, they're picking out the big rocks and putting them in so they can put them underneath the footers. They keep the footers up off the ground with the rocks, so that way they can, so the concrete gets all the way around the footer plate. So, but yeah, you can see they've got most of those poured. Here's of course the catch basin for the rainwater. Sorry, and so that's been cleaned out and solidified there. I still haven't found out if they're going to do hollow block walls on that or not. So, but yeah, there's one of the walkers picking out rocks. So it seems like they've got a few more extra workers here today. Over here is our well. Let me walk over this stuff. Sorry, don't trip. There's the well. I haven't heard how that's doing. I just got here, so it's roughly 2:30 on Friday, December 19th. So. But yeah, so we'll ask the foreman about the well, get that checked out. But yeah, you can see the piles of dirt are getting bigger. You'll see the backhoe. Yeah, the backhoe's over here working, trying to do some more backfill. With one of the comments, Lego, thanks, precious shout out for Lego. Yeah, the backfill really does make a difference. You can really see how much progress they've made when you put that back in. So yeah, you definitely need to check out the earlier video so you can see how deep they dug down before. So the footers are really deep, and so yeah, so that way. So here of course is my pride and joy, the pool. And so it doesn't look like anything else has been done with it, though they might have cleaned up the walls a little bit. But yeah, so it's a pretty good gun. There's of course the backhoe. Here it is from the other side. You can kind of see the master suite kind of has extended all the way back. They've got all the scaffolding up, the cocoa lumbers for the scaffolding, and as you can see they've got the columns up. I didn't count them. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 columns over there so far, but I'm thinking there's going to be at least one more over here in this corner closest to us. And so yeah, so that makes sense. And so he's digging out that section now, as you can see, so they can start putting in the rest of it. But over here they're working on another beam, so they're working on one of the center beams. So just to reiterate, the beams is where the floor is going to go. So they had dug all the way down to put the footers in, so they dug down that far that you see on the other side, and you'll see it better once I get over the other side, down on this side, and put all the footers in. This was the first side they did with the footers, and then they built them up. As you can see, this one's been formed up so they can pour the column the rest of the way up. That column there in the middle has already been poured, and so yeah, so they are making great progress. So yeah, so they're making great progress. But yeah, they're forming this one up so they can pour it. This one hasn't been poured, and as you can see, you can kind of see the rebar in there. The rebar is the same as what they do in the columns, a little bit narrower. Actually, probably not. It's about the same. So yeah, it's the same as what they do in the columns. So yeah, so that makes a huge difference there. So the house is very structurally sound, and so you can see there's also a couple more columns that are going in there up through. So yeah, so there's a couple more that they put in there that are attached to that. So yeah, and they're down in that. You can see the footers are down there in those. So they're building that column through the footers, or columns over they're building that beam over the columns that they had already formed. So there'll be another beam over there that'll form on those columns. And so, but yes, and then of course there'll be another beam back here that'll form these out. And so that's because that's the back of the house. So this is the guest bedroom side of the house. So There are 2 guest bedrooms over here with a bathroom in between, and a hallway inside the house that leads to both bedrooms and the bathroom. So this is where all of you will stay when you come to visit. So excellent job. Here is the finished beams that they poured that we saw 2 days ago. You can see how hard they are, how solid that is. It does need to cure for a little bit, but oops, sorry, it wasn't actually facing it when I did it, but yeah, it needs to cure for a little bit. A lot of gravel and that concrete to make it super strong. So very pleased. So yeah, so these 2 are all formed. They're forming the new one back there. Here's the 2 columns that are going to be around the front door. So our front door will be between those 2 columns, and then you'll come into the open area. So there is our foreman, my sister-in-law Cynthia. And yeah, sorry, they're running the concrete mixer, so yeah, I'll stand over here until they finish with the concrete mixer. But yeah, they've made good progress. So yeah, the concrete mixer is pretty loud. There's a coconut tree that's growing up through the fence. So yeah, very fertile land. Everything grows here. We actually, about behind our rental place, we actually spit some seeds out, some watermelon seeds out on the ground, and they formed a whole watermelon plant. We had watermelon that actually came up through it, so until one of the grass cutter guys actually cut it down. But yeah, it worked out okay. He didn't know it was there, so. But yeah, so very fertile land. But yeah, I'm gonna let them mix that up and pour that concrete out, and then we'll go over there so we can look at those columns that they put up. But yeah, because it's concrete mixture is really loud. But yeah, these columns look good. So that one's already formed, and this one's already formed. So maybe there's not a beam around those at the bottom. I think there probably is though. But yeah, so you can kind of see this will be one of the guest bedrooms here. You can kind of see how it's formed, and then this will be the bathroom. The guest bathroom between them to that column and this beam, and then this will be the other guest bedroom. So yeah, so this takes up this whole guest side, the guest suite. And so yeah, but yeah, they are doing an excellent job, and you can see they poured that column there. You can see the concrete goes up there. So but yeah, this excellent job, making huge progress. But yeah, they're digging out that section now so they can form the rest of the columns. There are 34 or 35. I'm not really, we're close. 34 or 35 total columns. So there are 13 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so there were 13 columns on this side. So those are all the columns that were formed before. They're just actually putting the beam around them. So joining them together, forming it at the bottom. So, but yeah, 13 columns on this side, 2 there in the center so far. There'll be at least a couple in the back. And then all the rest will be over in the master suite side, so which is what's on the other side. So the master suite and the guest suite are separated by the big open floor plan living area. So kitchen, dining room, living room. So but yeah, super excited. You can start to see how it's forming up, how it's looking. Our backhoe driver is actually we're getting our money's worth out of him there. We're working him really heavy. So, but yeah, you can see over here a little bit better now. They're burning the weeds and stuff over there. So, trying to get all that burned up. That's all that was what was cut off of the property way back when we first started. But yeah, excellent job. So I'm gonna stop it here for a second, and then once the concrete mixture is done, I'll start it up so I can show you the columns on the other side. So be right back. All right, so I'm going to cut in between the concrete mixer runs. So they're mixing a lot of concrete to keep up with what's going on here. So you can see they're putting up another column over there. That's where that one's going, taking it across. You can see they poured the footers for all of those. Got that footer formed up. All of these are poured. Yeah. Looks like 4 more over there that need to, once the footers are poured, that footer's been poured, but it's not solid yet. So once those are solid, then they'll start pouring those. But yeah, excellent work, excellent work. Here's the concrete that they just mixed. So nice and thick, They haul it all in buckets. So 1 bucket at a time over to the thing. So yeah, doing an excellent job there. There's my number 1 worker. Number 1 worker. So yeah, number 1 worker, hard worker. So yeah, they're taking that column over there. They're going to put it up. I showed once before. If you want, go back and check that out in the videos. But yeah, I showed once before them putting the column up. It takes about 20 minutes to get the column in the right place when they're putting it up. Put it on the footer plate, and so they've got a footer plate right there. Kind of see it between these 2 columns a little bit. Not sure if I can get a better angle. Yeah, so there's a footer plate there. That's the one that's going to go on right there. And so foreman said there are 5 more columns to go in. So that's one of the 5. And then there's another one back there. And then right where the backhoe is digging, there is at least 1 more. So it'll be 2 behind these ones here. So on the opposite side of the open area from those 2, there'll be 2. Form that up. So yeah, so making great progress. So yeah, I really appreciate them. Like I said, I think we got 16 workers here now, and we're expecting a few more tomorrow. And then after the 1st, they will take a break on the 28th, head home, and come back on January 2nd. And after the 2nd, we're going to have over somewhere 20 plus workers. So forming multiple teams doing different work. So yeah, so they're putting that one up. You can see it takes a lot of people to put up those condos. The rebar's really heavy, super solid structure. Everything here is made of concrete. So yeah, so all in great shape. So yeah, the backhoe's digging out the next section so they can put in some more footers. So yeah, we're doing good. So making great progress. So appreciate them. Hey everyone, this is Ron. Appreciate you watching the video. Just doing the outro here. So yeah, so made great progress. We do have some more workers there. I think there were 2 or 3 more workers since the last time I was there, and I believe another 2 are coming with the engineer tomorrow. So we are having a Christmas party for the workers tomorrow. So yeah, I think that's at 3 p.m. So I don't know if I'm going to video that or not. We'll see how it goes. But normally when I'm doing something like that, I'm too busy to do any video. So, but we'll see. We're getting a karaoke machine. We're taking over for them. And we've got Christmas gifts for them, things of that nature. We're taking some food. And so yeah, trying to bless them. They've been doing a fantastic job. So, but yes, you can see the columns are going up, and they're actually going up to half height so far. So columns on the guest bedroom side are getting formed up, and so those are getting taken care of while the beams are being put in. And then the columns on the master bedroom suite side are getting formed and still getting inserted. As I mentioned, there were 5 more, per the foreman, there were 5 more columns to go in. 2 on the master bedroom side. 1 of them they were putting in that last part of the video. The second one, I'm probably going to go, I think, in the corner. The inside corner. And then there's 2 that go in the open area, so opposite from where the 2 are in the front. They will go in the back. So the open area, of course, has no columns. That's how it can be open. And then there's 1 more that will go on the guest bedroom side in the corner. So yeah, so super excited about their progress. Super excited about more workers coming, because that means they're going to be moving even faster. So yeah, so they are doing a fantastic job. So appreciate, once again, you guys watching. Thank you for the like and subscribe if you want. I appreciate it. And once again, hi to all my friends in America, my family, everyone watching this. Appreciate you guys. I miss you guys. Uh, Especially my church mates at Tiffany Fellowship Church. If any of you are catching this, do me a favor and put a comment down in the comment section and let me know. So say hello. I really miss seeing you guys every Sunday, if not more often than that. So do appreciate that. I do have a good church home here. Special shout out to Pastor Ray here in San Juan JIL Church. I got a good church, good planted here. But yeah, I do miss you guys. I had a really good group there that I miss, and of course my children. If my children are watching this, go ahead and throw a comment in there. And if you're not someone who actually knows me, throw a comment in there. Just say where you're watching from, so that I can at least acknowledge you, give you a shout out. Appreciate you guys watching, and thanks for being here with our build. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, and talk to you soon.